Hey, it's Joel. I got a message from my friend Ann of all trades. You know her as the one that helped me repot my spider plant. The message said, Joel, I need your help. 1, a childhood toy needs fixing, which 3D printing can do. 2, I have an alpaca that isn't scaled correctly, and I need help fixing that, which I think 3D printing can do. And 3, I need to make alpaca cookies, and 3D printing can help with that. So let's go help our friend Ann right here on 3D Printing Nerd. Let's see, Ann has some issues and we are going to need to help her. Let's tackle the first one being her Playmobil toy train. One of the cars can't connect to another car. There's a connector that broke and is missing. Thankfully, Thingiverse has the model and we can print that out. We're gonna print that in Nylon X on the Matter Hackers Pulse XE. We're gonna say 50% infill, but it's essentially 100% infill because it's a very small part and it's not gonna take very long to print. Let's go get it. Yoink. Well, now what about an alpaca for her Playmobil set? The alpaca she has isn't scaled correctly. The toy is scaled similar to the cat rather than similar to the horse, and an alpaca is, well, it's the size of a horse more so than the size of a cat. So we're gonna print her an alpaca that we found on Thingiverse. It's one with bendable legs. It's printed in the Ariana Plast filament on my CNC Artemis printer, and it did a fantastic job. It's 15% infill, it's 2 perimeters, 4 top, 3 bottom, and let's go get it. Yoink. For the alpaca cookies, I'm going to 3D model a cookie cutter in Fusion 360. Don't worry, I'll have a tutorial on how I did this later, but we need to do that really quick because we need to get over to Ann's house to help her out. Let's go.
That was awesome. I made it! Where's it going? Oh, there it is.
Just making sure that you're in frame.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I got your message, and I printed the parts to fix your childhood train.
That is the best thing ever, because for the last several years, the caboose was loose.
Oh, you don't want to lose caboose.
No, you do not want to lose caboose. So what's missing is this little piece that goes on here that connects this part to the rest of the train. And so you said you were able to print it?
Yes, I was able to print it. I printed it in a sturdy material. It's a nylon base with some carbon fiber, so it's got some rigidity, it's got some strength, and it should last another few decades, fingers crossed.
Will it hurt my foot when I step on it as much as the last one did?
Probably.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's how we compare for quality, is how much it hurts when you step on it.
Good, good.
So then we'll get the piece installed. We'll go take a look at it. We'll make sure it fits. We'll try it out, and then we'll get the train going with the proper caboose.
Perfect.
Caboose vamoose!
All right.
There are the parts.
Oh my gosh.
So like I said, these are what you sent me, the model on Thingiverse. And these are printed in what's called Nylon X. It's a material from Matter Hackers. It's nylon with carbon fiber infused. So it has some of the qualities of nylon, and that's a strong material, but carbon fiber sturdies it up a bit. And so you do get some flex because it's nylon, but it won't break nearly as easy.
Yeah.
So
let's see.
Where would it go?
Yeah, it goes on here, I assume. Oh wait, no, just kidding. It goes right here. And it should just pop right on.
Okay, oh, so it goes over here too.
Oh, look at, oh God. Oops, everything's fine. This is gonna be perfect.
So I'll pop one on over here?
Yeah, pop, lock.
Just pop and lock?
So
is that it?
That's literally it. This is the craziest thing.
I did give you then 2 spares just in case.
I actually have another broken car, but I have to repair it a little bit more before these will actually do anything. But this is so cool because, I mean, here's the thing. One of my biggest frustrations with plastic toys is that you break one part and then it goes to the landfill, right?
Right.
And the just absolute mind explosion that happened is when I realized that I could restore my childhood toys by simply encroaching on our friendship to ask for a favor.
I think it's great to know because it's really lends itself to sustainability and less waste. Because while some people say, some things that are 3D printed people throw away, they're not useful, this is great because it's keeping this from ending up in the landfill. I mean, you wouldn't have thrown it away anyway.
Yeah, that is definitely true. But not to mention that you're reviving so many awesome childhood memories.
That's pretty cool.
So let's go
Let's
put
test
it
it
on
out.
there.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so you have to just very carefully put this on the track. Hope you don't get electrocuted, because obviously I know so much about electricity and how that stuff works. I mean, that's it, dude.
That's it?
Yeah.
How do you make it go?
Toot toot.
Here we go.
Oh my! Ah! Travesty strikes. All right, I just didn't have it on the right track, on the tracks the right way. Actually, the funny thing is, like, if you ever want to like incite an actual rage riot in a child, like, just give them this train. I have vivid memories of like screaming at this thing when I was a kid because it would like go off the rails. I don't know if you can get, but like just this little click is all that needs to happen.
That's cool.
And because that has that little spring in it, that's what gives it that flex that it needs. Oh. And now it's fully on there. Ooh, buddy.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we made it through amazingly.
That was pretty fantastic.
We're going to print an alpaca-shaped cookie cutter.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
That's
okay.
the plan.
Boop.
Oh, it just rebooted.
Also, the cat's chewing on it, so that's not a good sign.
It's ready.
It's ready! Gotta wash our hands and our cookie cutter, and we'll get all the nooks and crannies cleaned.
That's right.
And soap-free, ideally. So this is so cool. This is the cookie cutter, the alpaca cookie cutter that Joel and I just printed in the shop.
Hey, Ann, what's that?
Funny you should ask. That would be my honey project that I am in the midst of. If you are interested in how honey is extracted, I will be putting a video on using an electric honey centrifuge.
An electric honey centrifuge.
Very shortly. We've got an alpaca, we've got some dough, we've got my grandma's rolling pin.
Whoa.
Without handles, because I told my mom I'd put handles on it about 3 years ago and still working on them. And some flour for the counter to make sure that the dough doesn't stick. If you wonder why your lenses stop working in about a week, I have no idea.
What kind of dough is this?
This is rolled sugar cookie dough. This is my grandma's recipe. And it is my favorite kind of cookie because it's not very sweet and I don't really like sugary things. All right.
Wait, this is it. This is the first test of the alpaca cookie cutter.
I can't even believe this is happening right now. I always want to make the most of the dough, except not too much of the most of the dough because then you don't have the sides to eat. Oh.
Okay.
It's happening. Look at this. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so cute.
I can't believe that.
It's happening. Well, we obviously need to bake some. I have like a weirdly small oven. It's like only big enough to cook a Cornish game hen in. So I have no pans that fit in it correctly. So we're actually going to be cooking these on a pizza pan. So yeah, don't judge us.
Those won't take long to cook.
Oh no, they'll be like 30 seconds. This is like instant gratification baking. My favorite kind, by the way. It's actually better if they take shorter time to cook because then I won't get distracted by my donkeys outside and then come back to a flaming kitchen, which by the way has happened multiple times.
I guess they go in the oven now.
Oh yeah, they do. There they are, in the oven.
How long will it take?
Probably like 2 seconds. 3 minutes probably. So Joel, here's the problem that you're solving right now. This is a deer, a Playmobil deer. And a alpaca is basically the same size as a deer in real life. So I have been collecting all the animals. I have hedgehogs, I have guinea pigs, I have bunnies.
Of course.
I have pigs. All of them are in proper, size orientation to the people. So I was so excited when they released alpacas. The only problem being that this is a small child and this is an alpaca.
That's not scaled right.
It drives me nuts. So, once again, to the rescue for my Playmobil village.
I'm glad I was able to 3D print this movable alpaca for you.
It will prance through the forest like nobody's business. Will you please do the honor of replacing that tiny little piece of garbage with a fully scaled alpaca.
This should be perfect.
Do you know what else you can do though that is very cool about that you may or may not even know about your alpaca that you made? Is that alpacas, when they're being stubborn, do this behavior called cushing, which is when they lay down.
Oh, and that alpaca lays down like a champ.
And that alpaca lays down like a champion. So we're gonna name this little guy Kush.
Perfect.
Cool.
Well, this was fun to do, but now I think the cookies are ready. Should we go check?
I think it's time to go eat some alpaca cookies. No alpacas were harmed.
No alpacas were harmed in the making of this video.
So Joel, the coolest thing about cookie making is that you actually can tell that the cookie is done by the smell.
I didn't know that.
But look at those with the tails perfectly browned. They actually, this is a Christmas mitt and it's not very good.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try the alpaca cookies. Which one should I try? Will you pick one for me?
Well, I would say that this one looks the floofiest, so that I would be naturally drawn to the floofiest cookie.
I was gonna go with that one.
Well, then get that one. Okay. I'll have the floofiest one
then. Do we cheers?
Cheers. Do you eat an alpaca cookie head first or
I don't know.
butt first?
I was gonna eat the fluffy butt.
I'm a fan.
So, let's go over it. We used 3D printing to make a custom cookie cutter, and we're eating the cookies that made right now. We used 3D printing and special materials to fix an old toy.
Not that old. It's very young, just like me. It was my childhood toy, so.
But those pieces probably aren't available.
No,
and thanks
well,
to 3D
they might
printing.
be, but I didn't look, to be honest with you.
But you didn't need to look any further because of 3D printing. Using a couple cents worth of plastic, we fixed it.
Incredible.
We put an appropriately scaled alpaca
into my Christmas village.
Which is great.
My holiday neutral village.
We've done 3 things thanks to 3D printing today.
Yeah.
We've corrected 2 things and we made a custom new thing.
Out of nothing. I just can't get over it out of nothing.
These cookies are good.
And I got to expose you to my the products of my farm labor. In all seriousness, I did use farm fresh butter and farm fresh cream.
Oh.
And I would have used farm fresh honey if my centrifuge project was done yet, but it still sits here. If you wanted to have a honey dipped cookie, you could have that.
Should we try it?
Now you've had another ounce of farm freshness.
Wow. That's actually really good.
I figured it would be. I mean, you really can't go wrong when you're adding sugar to a sugary item. Should we have a special guest sample?
Can we?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Heidi, you want a cookie? Come here, lovey. Come on. Heidi would like a cookie.
Would you like a cookie?
And that's why we wiped off the counters before we rolled our cookies
There you
on
go.
them.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Such a good boy.
Farm life. I think this is a good time to close out the video.
Yeah, quick before Adam gets home from work.
Big thanks for everybody for watching. This is just a little miniature donkey that's helping us out. You know what? If you want to see more like this, leave it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Be sure to visit Ann of All Trades. She's Ann of All Trades everywhere. What are these noises?
That's Bella calling for her friend.
That's the other donkey calling for this one. That's great. We made cookies, we fixed stuff, we made custom things. It was a lot of 3D printing. The video where we talk about 3D printing is going to be on your channel. Obviously,
right.
We'll release these at the same time.
Yes.
So it should work out well. Be awesome. Love you guys. Hug each other more as always. High five.